Hello, everybody. My name is Beatrice Gonzalez, and I am a spiritual investigator here to deliver the latest news of what the FBI knows. So let's get down to business and talk about it. So, the FBI has been investigating this corrupt criminal group. This criminal group are the Democrats. See, the Democratic Party are covering up and hiding fraud. This is why the states that they reside in is a high rate of drug use, drug trafficking, crime, because these corrupt government officials have their hands all tied in illegal criminal activity. They are the main ones who are profiting from the drug trade. They are the ones that are working behind the scene, pushing the drugs into the neighborhoods. See, I call the Democratic Party the Ku Klux Klan because, see, these individuals don't care for the people. They are the same ones who are working with the drug cartels. They are the ones who have their hands all tied in corruption. They are the main ones who are the child traffickers, the ones exploiting families through hidden cameras. They are the main ones who are creating the child pornography, the child trafficking, sex trafficking, weapon trafficking, human trafficking, drug engineering. See, they're the ones who are responsible for the crimes in the neighborhoods. They're the ones who are profiting off of the drug trade. People, they are the Ku Klux Klan. They are the racist. They are the ones who do not care about you or anybody. And this is why the government is investigating the Democratic Party, because they are all tied into fraud. And there's proof and evidence to show exactly everything that these corrupt government officials have all been a part of, networking with each other. See, these are the Masons and the Eastern Stars networking with doctors from hospitals, nurses, clinics. See, they work with people with titles, and they fabricate documents that are utilized in court with illegal court proceedings, one-sided court cases. They put life insurance policies out on the people who they target. And these individuals are authority figures who are co-signing documents, legal documents, that they utilize in court, working together with corrupt judges. See, all of these corrupt judges within the 50 states that are tied to secret societies, Mason and Eastern Stars, the Ku Klux Klan, all of these individuals that have blood money on their hands because they have been profiting off of targeting individuals. See, now the FBI, DEA, the government is gathering all of the facts and proof to show to the whole entire world, nationwide, how the Democratic Party are corrupt and have been profiting off of fraud money, targeting the American people. And the president of the United States, Mr. Donald Trump, is going to be the one who is going to expose these crooked politicians, judges who have been operating in secrecy within their secret societies, profiting off a drug trade. See, they're the ones that are involved with the Sinaloa cartels, the Jalisco Nuevo Generacion. They're the ones who are all a part of the drug trafficking ring. See, people, do not be fooled. These democrats are masquerading around as if they're angels, but they're not angels. They're covering corruption. They're covering illegal court proceedings. They're covering fraud money, how they generate fraud money through the alterations of documents, how they network together with doctors, they network with other individuals, lawyers, corrupt lawyers who write illegal contracts. And then they pay people, they give them money to sign documents, and the individuals do not even know what they're signing. So let me give you the information to what the FBI knows, because this is major. The Democrats, who are the Ku Klux Klan, corrupt government officials, politicians, senators, judges, congressmen, corrupt law enforcement. See, this is why police departments are under investigation, because it's police departments who are receiving orders from people in high positions of power, their titles, who instruct them exactly what to do. So you see how police departments are under investigation. And let me tell you, there are a lot of good cops out there that are doing the right thing. And see, this is why FBI is investigating all of these individuals, because see, when you have a political party who has been misguiding police departments to do the wrong thing, to hide corruption, because they are child traffickers, child exploitation, who are all a part of sex trafficking, drug trafficking, this has to end, and it has. Because we have the right president, we have the right director in the federal government, Kash Patel, who everybody is getting down to business to make sure that this country is protected by those who have been exploiting the American people. See, this is why all of their criminal activity, the way they network with each other, is all coming out to the open, because the world, the United States, needs to see exactly who is the Democratic Party, the crooks, the robbers, the ones who have been exploiting the American people through hidden cameras, recording, creating child pornography. This is all going to come out to the public for the whole entire world to see exactly what these crooks have been doing in the United States. And this is why I delivered the news, because what they did to me was despicable. How they took my daughter away from me, and how they used fraudulent evidence in court, how they paint a false picture about me in court in order to take my daughter away from me, when a politician and a corrupt authority figure was watching my daughter through her devices. This is all going to be exposed for the whole entire world to see how they did it, how they lied, how they staged text conversations with each other in order to paint a fraudulent picture of me. There was a fraudulent power of attorney over me so that they could steal my inheritance. Everything is going to be exposed, how they do it. And this is the Democratic Party. All of these crooked people, they all need to be exposed. And our president, Kash Patel, they're going to be the ones who are going to put all of them in full blast for the public to see. Because a lot is coming out, exactly everything. everything that they have been doing against the American people. The Democrats, who are the Ku Klux Klan, are all under federal investigation. The government has discovered a secret society of billionaires. People, do you hear? A secret society of billionaires who have been operating a criminal network within the United States. Kash Patel will expose this criminal organization working with overseas foreigners who've invested into this criminal empire organization operating in secrecy within the 50 states. Okay, so they're on to all of them. They're watching exactly how they're all networking with each other, networking with corrupt judges, corrupt government officials, politicians, senators, lawyers, district attorneys, and corrupt law enforcement, who are all hiding, covering up drug trafficking, child trafficking, sex trafficking, weapon trafficking, human trafficking, drug engineering, human experimentation, and fraud within the justice system. So you see, all of this is going to be exposed to the public because this is exactly what this corrupt group has been hiding, covering up. Now, do you understand why the blue states has a high rate of criminal activity, drug use, drug overdose? Why their neighborhoods is infested with drugs? Because it's the main politicians, judges, senators, congressmen who are all a part of profiting off of the drug trade. They're the ones that got their hands all involved in corruption. And this is why there is never an ending to drugs being on the streets, the distribution of drug trafficking, because they're profiting off of it. But they're hiding and covering each other, and they're networking with one another from state to state. So, of course, you're never going to be able to get rid of the drugs because you are the main one who is allowing the drugs to come into the country. You are the one who is responsible for all of the people who have overdosed. You are the one who is responsible for the families suffering, losing their children behind drug use. You are the one who is responsible for the many lives that were lost behind drugs. And this is why all of this is going to be exposed to the public. See, this is going to be nationwide news. Judges are all a part of this. All of them are corrupt. But let me finish giving you the rest of the information that I got. So they know that they're working with foreigners from who invest, into this criminal enterprise organization. And these individuals who are all working together have their hands all tied in fraud. Now, this is very disturbing, but this is information that the public needs to know because this criminal activity, excuse me, this criminal activity is going to cease. Because, see, we have the right president in office who is making sure to it that all of this criminal activity is going to stop because he cares about this country. He cares about the citizens of this country. He is protecting families, children. He cares for everybody. It's these crooked, corrupt politicians and judges, the Democratic Party, who is the ones who who hate us. They are the ones who are the racists. They are the ones who do not protect the American family. They're the ones who are utilizing us, sacrificing us for fraud in court because they're sick, they're twisted, and they're demented. And let me tell you, the proof is all going to come out how they network with each other, how they alter documents, how they lie on documents, how they stage fraudulent evidence working with community members. And on top of it, when they create fraudulent evidence, see, everything that they create, there's always proof. Digital footprint. There is proof of IP addresses. There is proof through CCTV. See, everything that they do, everything that they create, that they fabricate, there is always a way to examine everything, everything through the experts. They know that. This is why they do what they do against me, because they know that once everything, which has already been examined by FBI agents who's got the evidence, who's got the proof to prove the corruption, how all of them have been networking with each other to execute fraud in court with corrupt judges, corrupt courthouses, corrupt district attorneys, corrupt lawyers, how they all are profiting from fraud, and how they put life insurance policy on the person who they targeted, how they use defamation of character. Because, see, this is exactly how they do it. They do it through defamation of character to change, they rewrite your history, and they put another picture, a false picture of the person who they've targeted. So they say that you're in poor health, you're crazy, you're violent, you have AIDS, you can't care for yourself, you can't think for yourself. And then they get the medical doctors to write the fraudulent reports. They present it in court. The doctor, the lawyer, and the person who they utilize to take out a fraudulent power of attorney over you. This is where the theft is all happening among all of them. The doctor knows exactly what he's doing. He knows that he's on board. He knows that his documentation holds a lot of water, but he knows that the person who is targeted, because everything is being done behind the person's back, because it's illegal court proceedings, the person is not present in court, the person did not receive the certified mail. So now they know that that targeted individual is unaware of exactly everything that they've done behind their back. So they know that they can easily steal money together. It's an easy operation for all of them to, to steal, cheat, and lie together, because they're all doing it together behind the targeted individual's back. So for them, they feel like they're never going to get caught because it's all done in secrecy. See, these are all individuals that come from secret societies: Masons, Eastern Stars, Ku Klux Klan. These are all individuals who utilize all hands on deck to commit fraud in court, along with the judge, the lawyer, the district attorney, the crooked detective, the crooked law enforcement. See, they fabricate everything that they need in order to steal. So, see, this is the way they pull fraud off behind the person's back. So, they write up, they rewrite your history, they fabricate another history that gives them the justification for them to pull a fraudulent power of attorney, fraudulent guardianship, fraudulent guardianship against the individuals that they target. So they know exactly how they do it. They know that when everything is staged, they got all of the right documentation, everybody shows up in court, everybody signs document. Now, mind you, this was all done behind my back. I never knew of any court proceedings that had to do with probate court with an inheritance. They stole the inheritance behind my back. So, see, this is why this whole entire group are all shaking in their boots because they know that they have been caught out there. And see, one of the things that these individuals didn't realize was that the federal uh, the federal department has been following all of them. They were following me, and they have been investigating everybody. So you see, all of these judges who have been sitting behind the bench, thinking that they were not being watched and that people couldn't see exactly everything that they have been doing that was crooked, illegal, is now all evidence to prove the fraud that they all commit together to steal, cheat, and lie off of the targeted individuals, the countless thousands of American people that they've done this to. And this is why they have money to invest in corporations, businesses. Oh, living in luxurious homes, traveling in luxurious vacations. Oh, people, do not be fooled by the Democratic Party. These are a bunch of crooks that are all networking together with secret societies, committing fraud in court. And then on top of it, these are murderers at the same time, too, because see, they know that when they put a life insurance policy out on you, that means that they're going to take you out. Since they work with street gangsters, they get people to gang stalk you. They get the same individuals to take you out because they know that there's going to be a huge payout, a cash payout on that life insurance policy after they take you out. So you see that they were not able to do that with me because, as you can see, I am alive. And of course, I'm a spiritual investigator. So I was always 10 steps ahead of these people. So I knew exactly everything about them. And then, of course, I was always reporting everything to law enforcement, to the government. And now they know that that hammer is about to come down on all of them. Oh, yeah, because this is 50 states where investigations are taking place among all of these crooked government officials who's got their hands all tied in illegal criminal activity, networking with each other, thinking that they were invincible. But of course, Cash Patel, higher intelligence, is onto all of them. And that's why all of them are going to be charged with RICO charges. See, the list goes long on the charges that they're going to all be slapped with because, see, it's RICO charges, bank fraud. Oh, the list just goes on. Identity theft, alterations of documents. Oh, it's so much. But wait a minute. Let me tell you, because there's new information of what the FBI knows, and I'm about to expose all of that right now. So, the FBI has information. Cash Patel and the federal department has information. Wealthy man picking and choosing certain people, targeted individuals for illegal human experimentations, utilizing human beings as lab rats. Do you do you hear what that means? They're watching right now a corrupt person who is wealthy. They know that this person has been targeting families. This investigation is so huge. with all of these individuals that are involved. People, this is going to be broadcast nationwide to the whole entire country. They're watching this wealthy man who has been targeting people, certain individuals, for illegal human experimentations, utilizing human beings as lab rats, corrupt wealthy men working with corrupt lawyers who utilize illegal contracts, operating from multiple districts, multiple courthouses, multiple states. So the feds are onto all of them because they know that this is taking place within multiple districts, multiple courthouse judges that got their hands all tied into this illegal criminal activity because it's contracts that corrupt lawyers are utilizing to utilize people as a lab rat. And they know about this because they're watching several families that are in this lab rat experimentation. They know that this is illegal. This is illegal contracts violating human rights. DNA experimentations by altering their DNA code through the injection of chemicals, deadly illnesses through their food and drinks, including the injection of deadly chemicals into the ventilation system. This is sick. This is twisted. This is demonic. These people, they're insane to do this, but all of this is going to be exposed. Skilled individuals who are all a part of this illegal experimentation. The feds have supporting documents, contracts that will be exposed to the public nationwide by the President of the United States, Mr. Trump. You got damn right, he's going to expose this. This is criminal. All of these people. KASH Patel and the federal department has everybody's fingerprints involved. Let me get to the next page. KASH Patel and the federal department has everyone's fingerprints involved with illegal human experimentations, apartment buildings, properties, ventilation systems utilized for inhumane experimentations on human beings as lab rats. The feds have information corrupt lawyers who misrepresented their clients and persuaded them to sign illegal contracts for toxic, deadly chemicals for DNA code change, experiments against their own family members. These clients were gifted for their cooperation and participation in signed illegal, inhumane contracts. This is sick and disturbing. And this is exactly what the Democratic Party has been all hiding. This is what they cover up. They don't want to be exposed. They don't want the world to know how they have been utilizing the American population so that they can do this to all of us. But they have contracts, lawyers who have contracts who have gifted individuals, and half of these individuals don't even know what they are signing. This is information withheld from clients, the danger, the health problems, and the death brought to the entire family. So these crooked, corrupt lawyers who are all tied with this wealthy man who has an obsession with changing people's DNA code, okay? Working with corrupt government officials that are all a part of this, but they're hiding it. But this is going to be exposed, all of it. These lawyers, these clients were gifted, so they have proof that these clients were gifted for their corporation participation in signed illegal, inhumane contracts. Exploiting and experimenting on innocent families without knowing the true facts, information withheld from clients, the danger, the health problems, and the death brought to the entire family. I just repeated myself, but okay. This wealthy man who has an obsession with picking, choosing, and targeting children and families for lab rat experiments will be exposed nationwide. You're damn right. He's going to be exposed because he's a monster and they're onto him. But they know. This is why all of them are going to be humiliated, exposed, are arrested for all of their criminal activity. Because, see, these individuals, their loyalty is not towards the country. Because, see, whenever you're a part of a secret society, that means the general population, the people, cannot know exactly what they do behind closed doors. They network with each other. They are the criminals that are committing crimes against the population. These are the Masons, the Eastern Stars, the Ku Klux Klan. These are all these individuals who do everything in secrecy. And the government, the United States of America, has a right to investigate these people because, see, these are individuals that have been getting away with all of their criminal activity. See, all of these judges that are sitting behind the bench, they know that working with law enforcement, politicians, congressmen, senators, all of these individuals got their back. They know that they could get away with their criminal activity because they're a tribe of pedophiles. The Masons and the Eastern Stars, the KKK, all of these individuals, they're pedophiles. These are the people who are committing the fraud in court through alterations of documents with doctors. These are all the people who are a part of the island list with the little ones. These are the people who operate in secrecy. These are the ones in secret societies doing things behind the population's back. But the thing about it is that they have targeted the American people. We are the lab rats for this Democratic Party. We are the ones that are enriching these monsters because they are the ones who are targeting us, sacrificing us in the justice system with corrupt judges, corrupt law enforcement, corrupt district attorneys, corrupt lawyers who are all having each other's back, cashing us out as a payout so that they can fill their pockets with blood money. This is what they're all hiding. And this is why I report everything to the public, because the public has a right to know exactly everything that these individuals have been doing behind our back, targeting all of us, sacrificing us so that they could enrich their lives with blood money. So, but this information is going to come out. Oh, trust and believe our president, Mr. Trump, he's going to make sure to it that he's going to expose all of these crooked judges in each state, everything with proof and evidence, how all of them. That's why people open your eyes. That's why they have cashless bails. Why do you think they have cashless bails? Because they're working with the street gangsters. They need the street gangsters to take people out so that they can cash out on life insurance policy. Because remember, it's authority figures that are co-signing documents. See, they're the ones that are committing fraud in court with the corrupt judge, with the corrupt lawyer, with the corrupt district attorney. So they need the street gangsters to take out the individual who they target so that they could get that cash payout, that life insurance payout. That's why they like cashless bail. They need these people to commit fraud, Medicaid, Medicare fraud, defrauding the government, the taxpayers, the American taxpayers, because they're all involved with fraud, identity theft. They are all involved with everything, drug trafficking, drug engineering. This is why we could never clean up our streets, our neighborhoods, all because they are tied to corruption. Let me give you the rest of the information because it goes deeper. The Democrats are all hiding, covering up inhumane lab rat experimentations. So they know that foreigners are all a part of this fraud ring because the people who are living in apartment buildings, in properties, they they inject through the ventilation system in the apartments, in properties. They inject deadly illnesses to cause your demise. This is how they're all working together to target the individuals that they utilize to cash out from your demise by taking you out. See, all of this is going to be exposed because the FBI knows that the clothing holds the toxic chemicals. It's in the material. They know that the toxic chemicals are in the material. That's evidence to prove how they have been doing it together, how they've been targeting families, and then they write up these illegal contracts. They pay people to participate, they get them to sign, and this wacko, this wealthy man who they're watching, they know that he has been operating this illegal contract with lawyers, targeting individuals for DNA experimentation, changing the DNA of individuals through injection of deadly illnesses, toxic chemicals into the person's food and drink and into their environment through ventilation system. You see how twisted this is, that somebody can use the American people as lab rats, and people, because they don't know, the information is not given to them, the right information. They don't have all the facts. They're just signing their life away. And then, you know what? They're gifted. They pay them this money. And by the time you know it, the family is sick. They have health problems. And it has caused their demise. See, all of them, they have PhDs. They know that the population doesn't know their legal rights. So they do this and they get away with it because that's how they feel about us. They don't care nothing about the American people. This is why they do this. And this is why they have cashless bails for criminals, because they utilize them to take people out for life insurance policies. They utilize them in court to lie against targeted individuals. They utilize them for all of their illegal criminal activity. And that's why you got cashless bails. They know what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. And that's why their communities is infested with drugs, because they're the main ones who are profiting off a drug, the drug trade. They're the ones who work with the cartels, the drug traffickers. And they know that they are broke now because, see, our president cares about all of us and he's looking out for the American people. So your time is finished, and you know that all of y'all are going to be exposed. All of y'all are going to be exposed. No more, no more networking. See, a lot of people are going to be slapped with RICO charges, and the time is coming. You know that you're going down. So let me give you the rest of the information. So they work with controlled environments, with individuals who, and see, everything that they're doing, because see, the FBI knows exactly how all of these individuals have been targeting me because, of course, uh, the way that I expose everything and all of their criminal activity, they don't like it. See, they've never met anybody who can do what I do. And they know that everything that they do against me is being recorded, filmed, photographed, because see, there's undercovers everywhere, double agents, government spies. See, the country has to be restored, law and order, because this lawlessness that the Democratic Party has been operating in this country is enough. People do not like to live in drug infested neighborhoods, uh, people who love crime. So, see, the Democratic Party, they love crime. That's why they don't stop it. That's why they don't protect anybody. That's why they don't clean up their streets, because they don't care to protect the families, the hardworking American families who are living an upright, good, decent life. They like to work with criminals because they got their hands all tied in criminal activity. So you see, they don't like when people expose their corruption and all of their illegal criminal activity. But people, times have changed. People, people now are talking. See, there are many people who are turning against them left and right. See, they know that the time is here, and a lot of people are going to be going to prison, 25 to life. So you see, uh, people now are protecting themselves. So they know that everything that they tried to do against me, uh, they're all being click, click, photographed, watched. And of course, that is added evidence that the federal government is going to have to prove all of the corruption, the individuals that are all tied in organized crime. See, their time is over, and all of the crooked things that they used to do, networking with each other, is finished. Because, see, monsters cannot continue to run this country. We want law abiding, upright officials, which we do have right now in our government, who is protecting all of us. Uh, Upright FBI, CIA, DEA, ICE, Homeland Security, Department of Justice, law enforcement. Oh, correctional officers. That's right. Correctional officers that are looking out for this country. And the list goes on. Navy, Marines, What's up, Navy, Marines? Yes, you're doing a fabulous job. I heard you're protecting the United States. Stop those boats because, see, those boats, they need to be shot down. Those speed boats that were coming into the country, dropping all of the drugs. Well, thank God y'all shot it down and all of the drugs was floating in the sea. That was beautiful news when I heard about that. I said, that's right. That's right. I loved it. I loved it because that's our president and our government looking out for the United States. So I cheered y'all on and I said, that was a great hit right there. That's right. Better for three individuals to be killed on that speedboat and to save the 25,000 lives in America. That was the greatest thing that I heard on the news. So you see, our government is getting down to business, protecting this country, and I'm very proud of all of our service members who are doing an excellent job to protect our families, our home, our country, our borders, and the United States of America. Thank you so much. You are highly appreciated by me. So I get excited when I know that we have this type of protection from our government, from our president, from Kash Patel, from the federal department, from uh, all those who are looking out for the American people. So I'm going to end this video and I want to thank everybody for all of your loyalty, your hard work, your dedication, your time to do what you do for this beautiful country of ours. Thank you. Thank you so much. And community members who are also protecting this country, who are also working to help all of us in this investigation against organized crime because it's organized crime. And the organized crime is within the Democratic Party. These are the individuals that have their hands all tied in criminal activity with fraud, child trafficking, sex trafficking, drug trafficking, it's everything, these individuals. And that's why I am going to be so happy when they're exposed to the public, all of the proof and evidence to demonstrate how these individuals have been creating, fabricating, staging fraud in court in order to get payouts. So happy times are here. So I'm going to end this video. I would like to thank everybody. I want to thank Aravat, the great I am, Jeshua, Mother Mary, Mars Sector 6, because everybody knows that I believe in aliens and aliens do protect us. And the archangels in heaven protect us as well. Jeshua, Mother Mary, Archangel Michael, these are our protectors. And trust and believe me, you are protected when you're looking out, doing the right thing for all of us in this beautiful country. So I will pray. Thank you, blessed Heavenly Father, Aravat, the great I am, Jeshua, Mother Mary, Archangel Michael, Mars Sector 6, Master Aetherius, Galactic Federation of Light, Commander Ashtar, Commander Valiant Thor. Thank you, blessed Heavenly Father, for looking out for all of us that are protecting this beautiful country of ours, the families, the children, and all of us who have been working to expose organized crime. Thank you for the protection, for the safety that all of us have been receiving, all of us that have been receiving from this government administration who has been looking out for all of us to protect us. Thank you, Holy Father, Holy Mother, for your love and your light. So be it, and so it is. God bless all of you. God bless your children, your families, your homes. God bless our country, this beautiful, magnificent country. God bless our president, Mr. Trump, and his family. Take care, everybody, and have a wonderful night. Bye.